Show.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Pardon me. Bienvenidos al Sugar City Morning Show para hoy, jueves, el 5 de septiembre. Buenos días. ¿Cómo se encuentran? Ojalá y bien. Estamos transmitiendo en vivo desde Nortevisión, Canal 10, aquí en la calle San Lorenzo. Es un gran gusto poder llegar hasta sus hogares. Muchas gracias por ese privilegio que nos dan y muchas gracias por vernos, porque tienes, los que nos ven en cable, tienes muchas opciones para ver. Muchas gracias por la preferencia. Estamos transmitiendo por cable, por aire, por internet, a través de todo el país de Belice. Tomo tiempo aparte para saludar a toda nuestra audiencia que nos ve en los otros distritos. Pero primero Orange Walk, buenos días, good morning. Y luego Corozal, la ciudad de Belice. Perdón, Belmopan, Santa Elena, San Ignacio. Benque Viejo del Carmen, San José Socots, Dangriga y Punta Gorda. Es un gran gusto saludarles. Good morning. It's a pleasure to send our best greetings, best regards to you wherever you may be. Como siempre, bueno, estamos, como dije, transmitiendo por aire también. Es un servicio gratuito para nuestra gente que reside en el norte del país y que pues no está conectado al cable. Es más, si es que optas no tener cable, tienes una opción, ver Canal 10. Pero para ver Canal 10 tienes que dirigir tu antena o tu televisor hacia la señal de Canal 10 para que lo puedas ver. ¿Okay? No tienes que pagar ni $1 ni un centavo, es completamente gratuito, gratis, como lo quieras poner, y es patrocinado por nuestros clientes. Así que te pedimos que apoyes a estas personas para que ellos en torno sigan apoyándonos y para que sigan apoyándoles a ustedes también. Estamos hablando de German Vega, Sons Vega Imports, Vega Distributors, Digi, la empresa Digi, Government of Belize Information Service, también A&R Stores, Banquitas House of Culture, y eso es. Pero como dije, apoyen a estos negocios para que en torno ellos puedan seguir apoyándonos a nosotros y a ustedes indirectamente. Compañeros, buenos días. Si nos acaban de sintonizar, las 7:04. Vamos a lo que normalmente hacemos a esta hora, que es una oración reconociendo y agradeciendo a nuestro Poder Superior. Y obviamente, ya que estamos en contacto con el Poder Superior, decirle: hey, no dejes de amarme, no dejes de quererme, cuídame, porque te necesito. Padre, te doy las gracias por todas tus bendiciones, por la vida, por la salud, las fuerzas, por todo lo que haces por nosotros. Nos amas intensamente y nos cuidas, nos proteges, nos hablas a diario a través de nuestra conciencia. Esa es tu presencia en mí, la conciencia. Padre, muchas gracias por todo esto. Te pido que nos continúes bendiciendo, amando incondicionalmente, y como siempre nosotros podamos empezar a merecer todo ese amor que tienes para nosotros, y que en torno nosotros nos podamos amar como hermanos y hermanas que somos. Padre, hoy te pido, como siempre, para las familias dolidas luego de la muerte, el fallecimiento de un ser querido. Hoy te pido por todas las personas que están enfermas. Te pido también, Padre, por las personas que están pasando por tiempos difíciles, económicamente, físicamente, espiritualmente, emocionalmente, como sea. Porque hay personas que sufren y no lo cuentan y no lo dicen. Y te pido también, Padre, por todas esas personas. Te alabamos, te bendecimos y te amamos siempre, Padre. Amén. If you've just joined us, thank you for joining with me. 7:07. Let's go directly to the general weather forecast. Now, today is Thursday, September 5th, 2019, and the weak tropical wave will cross the country later today and tonight. The 24-hour forecast. It is mostly sunny skies with only isolated showers or thunderstorms today, becoming cloudy at times tonight with a few showers or thunderstorms, but mostly over southern and some coastal areas. The winds blowing from the east-southeast 5 to 15 knots. The sea state light chop. Temperatures along the coast 89 as a high, 82 as a low inland. We're going all the way up to 96 degrees Fahrenheit as a high and 75 as a low. And in the hills, a very comfortable 84 degrees as a high and 70 degrees as a low. There are no advisors, but quickly turning to the National Hurricane Center webpage, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 entities. Obviously, there's Dorian. That's bearing down. Well, not going to make a direct hit to the Carolinas, but it's just going to keep on skirting the area. I'm sorry. Then you have another area of low pressure that is in the Atlantic going nowhere. Then there's another one that is in the Atlantic and poised to go nowhere. Apparently the winds are strong and then taking them up north. So then there's Gabriele and Gabriele is again going into the middle Atlantic and it poses a threat really to maritime interests. But and have to be very careful because obviously with winds 50 miles per hour, not strong. But generally what happens is that at that point it's really only ships that take cargo that need to make note, to take note, because these can also be damaged. Cargo can fly off the ships, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And then there's another one that is in the, just coming off of the Cape Verde Islands area. And that is showing some sign of development, but again, it's I think it's going a little bit north of us. So it's none of these. I repeat, none of these entities, none of these storms or areas of low pressure pose a threat to Belize. I repeat, none. It's only a matter of interest and information that we share that, but nothing. If it were so, I would tell you, but it's not presenting any threat to the country of Belize. The outlook for tomorrow, Friday, some cloudy spells with a few showers and isolated thunderstorms, mostly over some southern and central areas during Friday, then a few more over the South Friday night. A low tide occurs this morning, 9:14, a high tide 3:11 this afternoon, a second low tide 8:36, and a second high tide 2:45 tomorrow morning. The sun rose this morning at 5:39. The sun is set today at 6:03. The moon is setting at 11:19. Actually, the moon is rising at 11:47 today, and is setting at 11:19 tonight. Thank you, forecaster Michael Gentle. Buenos días. Aquí les va el reporte de todo el tiempo para hoy jueves 5 de septiembre. Y a propósito, si estás cumpliendo años, te envío muchas felicidades. Vamos a ver quién cumple años hoy. El señor Lee Mark Chang, el standard bearer abanderado para Caribbean Shores. Hey, happy birthday, Mr. Chang. También Rogelio ya falleció. Erwin Margaleiva, Nelson Reyes, Felipe Vanegas, Eduardo Reyes, Steffi Pineda. Son personas que aparecen en mi Facebook que cumplen años hoy. all Oregonians, all good people, y es un gran gusto saludarles. Hoy, como siempre, espero que la pasen de maravilla. Hoy, como dije, es el jueves, el 5 de septiembre, y la situación general dice, hoy tendremos el pase de una ola tropical, pero bastante débil, cruzando nuestro país hoy, más luego hoy y por la noche. Y esta ola tropical estará causando de que durante el curso de la mañana tengamos cielos soleados, con chubascos aislados o tormentas hoy, y luego entonces tornándose a nublado por momentos hoy por la noche, con algunos chubascos o tormentas ocurriendo más que nada sobre la porción sur y áreas de la costa. Así que es la área que se va a ver más afectada. Los vientos del este-sudeste, 5 a 15 nudos, el estado del mar ligeramente agitado, temperaturas por la costa 89 con una máxima, 82 con una mínima, en el interior 96 con una máxima y 75 con una mínima. Y por las colinas 84 con una máxima y 70 con una mínima. No hay advertencias. ¿Y qué les digo sobre el pronóstico de huracanes? No hay nada, absolutamente nada. ¿Qué se espera para mañana viernes? Momentos de nubosidad. Ya sabes cómo septiembre te hace las plantas, como si va a llover, y a veces llueve, pero por el momento no hay ninguna lluvia fuerte prevista. Simplemente son chubascos o tornadas aisladas ocurriendo más que nada sobre la porción sur del país y áreas del centro durante el viernes y más sobre el sur por la noche. La marea baja a las 9:14 hoy por la mañana, una alta a las 3:11 por la tarde, otra baja a las 8:36 por la noche y otra alta mañana a las 2:45, cuarto para las 3 por la madrugada. El sol salió hoy a las 5:39, el sol se oculta a las 6:03, la luna sale a las 11:47 por la mañana y se oculta a las 11:19 hoy por la noche. Muchas gracias, Michael Gentle. Compañeros, vamos rápidamente a una pausa. Tenemos muchísimo a discutir, muchísimo. Una de las será que, bueno, sí, vamos a discutirlo. Una de las cosas más insensatas, por no decir otra palabra, insensatas, quiere decir ridículo, no hace sentido, es la decisión del gobierno de no dar el 21 como un día feriado. ¿Qué? ¿Qué dije yo? El 21 es un día feriado. Este es nuestro día de independencia. No jodan. ¿Y nos dan el 23? No estoy de acuerdo con eso. Es una estupidez, es una tontería. Vamos a estar hablando acerca de eso y de otros temas. Así que no te vayas. Estaremos de vuelta luego de tus anuncios.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results. More for Belizeans, more for Belize, the government of Belize, moving Belize forward. DJ
customers. Imagine you and 5 of your friends partying at the highest level, platinum style, at the biggest weekend in Belize. We're talking about tickets to the Belize September Festival Weekend Street Fest featuring Nessa Preppy and Mata and Wyrush and Friends on September the 9th, featuring the long-awaited Sizzla Kalonji.
Thank you, Mama, for the 9 months you carried me through. There's so much going on in the world. Simplicity we use to survive.
Vanessa Bling, Jacka. All you gotta do is text PARTY to 3444 and win this mega package, which includes 6 platinum tickets, 1 private booth, 1 bottled drink of your choice, personal waitress, photographer with visits from the artist. Only $1 per text, so the more you text, the more chances to win this mega package. Promo ends on Wednesday, September the 4th, so remember to text PARTY to 3444 and win!
Near all day of my life.
It's back to school time once again, and the only store to visit for all your back to school needs is A&R Store on Baker Street here in Orange Walk Town. Visit them for the absolute largest assortment of school bags in the country with brands like JanSport, Skechers, Everest, Capsule, and character bags like Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Jojo, Siwa, Unicorn, and so much more. Remember, A&R Store is your one-stop source for all your school supplies like exercise books, folders, sheets, dry eraser boards, foam boards, crayon and coloring books, plus so much more. Plus, they have a wide assortment of housewares including bed sheets, cookware, and garbage containers in all sizes and at the best prices in town. Visit A&R on Baker Street today, now with extended hours to better serve you from 8 a.m. through to 6 p.m. Monday to Saturday. A&R Stores, where prices do make all the difference.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Kaya staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 Special Agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Por favor, a este momento únanse conmigo a darle la bienvenida a nuestro buen amigo, our good friend, Mr. Robert Kicheki. Good morning, gents.
Good morning, Mr. Martinez.
How are you doing this morning?
Why, thank God. I'm okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Okay. Well, we're here once again, Mr. Martinez.
Yes.
Today is the 5th day of September 2019, and in 5 days' time, we will be marching and celebrating the anniversary of the Battle of St. George's Key, which is on the 10th of September. That is next week, Tuesday.
Next week, Tuesday. You know, it's unfortunate that we don't have anything here in Orange Grove for that.
But if it's true, when I usually go play for this big parade that Belize, you know, you see so much people they party and enjoy themselves. Mm-hmm. And when you reach an Orange Walk, you look like everything just dead.
Zilch.
Yeah. I remember one time when I was with Mr. Campos at Sugar City Radio. One day we were there and, you know, nothing was happening. I said, you know, the idea just came out and we said, make we do something for the tent, man. Make we do something for the tent. He said, you think we could do that? I tell him, yes, man. He said, how much you gonna charge? So we reached to an agreement. He said, okay. Start to go around, get some contribution. And we crank up back Independence Plaza, boy. We had people coming in from San Esteban and all about, and it got very good. I remember Mr. Elodie Aragon Sr. was part of that as well, pushing. Boy, I mean, come out very, very, very good. But, you know, like Belizeans, we do it one time, and after that, we never do it again. You know, but it was good. Mm-hmm. You know, it was good. And they have this thing that some people say, and not because I want to touch anybody, but some people say, UDP, 10th of UDP and 21st of PUP. You know, and it's not so. You know, the 10th is for Belizeans and the 21st is for Belizeans, right? But then I wonder why someone say, but why we are celebrate the 10th? The 10th doesn't mean anything. But why we used to celebrate it before then? Were we wrong all the time?
You see, it's the way I see it, and thank you for touching that topic. The way I see it is that there's a need for Belizeans of all ethnic backgrounds to understand the importance of the 10th of September. Most people think they don't need to, or they don't appreciate the real meaning of the 10th of September because eso es cosa de negros. I've never heard something more stupid than that, to be honest with you.
But you heard it.
Of course I heard it.
Yep.
Esa cosa de la gente criolla en Belice. Nosotros no tenemos nada que ver con eso. Pero qué locura. no nos enseñaron en la escuela de que el 10 de septiembre fue cuando los hombres de la bahía se pelearon contra los españoles, y que fue la última vez. Si es que hubo pelea, guerra, eso no me importa, pero lo que importa es de que al final del día fue la última confrontación, y el significado que por ser la última confrontación, pues ya luego entonces es tuyo el lugar.
Yeah. Well, I watched a documentary from the late father of the nation, George Price, and he was saying that when they were parading for the 10th in Belize City, he said one least Spanish boy on his side, and he tell her, "Hey, what happened? Come in, man, come in at the parade." And he looked like he said, according to his observation, the Lee boy never want to come in because he figured that Spanish people can't be in there. I said, "Come in, man, come in. This stuff for everybody." You know, and he is the leader, the big leader of the People's United Party. You know, he is the one that brought independence to Belize, along with other persons, of course, no? And he recognized at that time that, yes, the 10th is important for us to celebrate. But why people must say, que este negros and this and that? Because Belize City celebrated very strongly, and I believe City then the time that mostly Creole people used to say they celebrate, so maybe that's the perception that they has.
Yeah, but you see, it's part of the culture for the 10th to be celebrated in Belize City.
Yeah.
Here, I remember the times when we used to have for the 10th of September parade in the morning and parade in the morning.
Parade, you used to parade that you were Creek in the morning. That's with the Youths of Unity and your brother Fred. We used to got big parade that you were Creek, and people come out. Then how used to have them people from Orange Walk, Miss Chicha, and then they used to go to you were Creek in the morning for parade.
But before independence, 1981.
Yeah, before.
We used to have parade in the morning and parade in the afternoon.
Yep.
Am I not right?
Yes. And then the time, remember, all the schools used to come out as well.
Parade, but everything has been taken over by the 21st.
And they used to got Queen for the 10th, you know?
Of course.
You know, they got Miss like Macolada, they got Miss St. Peter's, and different schools representing.
Just like the 21st. So we were come from the 60s, who lived in the 70s and 80s. I know that in that time, the 10th was a big deal for us. You have done your pretty done for the 20th, for the 10th. The 10th can't catch you. They wear the same old clothes.
Yeah.
You have got on your blue pants and your red shirt and your red and white shirt or whatever. But you have got something for the 10th.
And you remember what used to bring in the tent, Mr. Martinez, with the siren motorcade on the ninth night? You remember how people used to decorate up from their bicycles? Bicycles.
I remember who was there. Miss Garcia.
Remind me.
Miss Garcia and her motorcycle.
Oh,
Teacher Garcia.
Yes, boy, if it's true.
Till the end of that drain one day.
Yeah, you're right. She was always there.
We'll take bad thing, make laugh, but it's true.
But
she was like that.
That night motorcade, the siren and police vehicles and everything, people used to look forward for that, Mr. Martinez. It used to really big, and like people like yourself on bicycle, and cycles, and everybody joining. We never have much vehicles in the time, but with the amount of vehicles we had, it was very colorful. And you know, they used to have some place in a town, like when I have light, right? So when time all of that motorcade, they go and light up your area, so you feel good, you know. But se fue, boy.
It's so true. It's nada más nos quedan recuerdos. Perdón. Maldita tos. Nada más nos quedan recuerdos. Me lleno con un sentido de nostalgia cuando me recuerdo el 10 y claro, todo cambia. Everything changes.
Yeah, everything changes.
Everything changes. Things can't stay the same.
Yeah.
But that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And I wish it were not so, though. I wish that, one thing that when I was going through, I used to make those presentations along with whoever it is that I made a presentation with. I would normally do the historical aspect for the ICJ. You know that.
Yes, yes.
And it became very clear to me that it was necessary to expound on the importance of the tent and what significance it had in our history, in our historical content. It was the time when we were no longer Spanish because the Spanish abandoned us. So from 1798, we could say that we were already British. You understand what I'm telling you? And that was in the forming of the territory of British Honduras, because we had repelled the Spanish, and definitely Spain no longer had any vested interest in this area. So, come to think of it, of the importance of the September 10th in our history, and believe me, it plays a significant role there. But some people just don't see it that way, and perhaps don't want to see it that way, whatever way that is. But the point is that at the end of the day, we need to celebrate the 10th because it plays a significant role in our history.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Martinez, we want to touch about the thing about the September 21st as well, but we need to link up with Delvey this morning as well. After Delvey, we'll take a little break, then we'll come back and touch up about the independence. Good morning, Delvey.
Good morning, baby. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Thanks, God, and you?
I'm doing pretty well, thank you.
Yeah. We need a little bit more volume, though.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me clearly now?
Let me see if I need some more volume on my phone. Aha. Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It was my phone volume that was down. Yeah. You see this?
Okay.
You see this teacher right there, Pak?
Mm-hmm.
That's Delvey, you know.
I know.
I like seeing your uniform, girl.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So how is the island today, girl?
Warm.
Warm.
Very warm. The day just started and I'm sweating already. I'm not even in the classroom yet.
Yeah. I think the weather report is calling for a weak tropical wave, Mr. Martinez.
Yeah, but barely any rain in this.
Yeah. Then when they call for the tropical waves and things like that, usually got a lot of heat, you know, and sometimes you just got the heat and the waves still not come. That true or not true, Mr. Martinez?
Sometimes, yes.
Delvey, it's already 7:30. We know that you need to go to school, so let's get into that inspiration for today.
Yes. All right. This one I have is entitled A Question of Faith. A question of faith. Why is there pain and suffering when God is so good? How are there many religions when there's only one Bible? Understood? Why are there natural disasters and death occurs every day? Where is God in all this? One might likely say. He never left us. He never leaves us, for he is not a man that he should lie. In every situation, we're tempted to question the hows and the whys. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. He created all things and needs no applaud. Of pure love did he do that. We, his children, may open our eyes and see that in the good and the bad times, greater is he. Greater is he to be exalted, for his ways are perfect. Even at times by the world he may get rejected. So when the hurt and the pain and the disasters come to you, he is still the one who will always see us through.
I hear something you're touching on this point that I always question pastors and persons that are high in church. Why is there so many different religions and only one Bible? I think for the yeah. Go ahead.
No, well, this part is a bit of my opinion. I believe everybody has their own perception of things.
Yes.
It's one Bible from the beginning, but this one, the former church, the pastor not said something. Why, like, so I guess if I start my own church, then we have another thing forming there, and I believe the Bible is one Bible to bring us together. That no matter what color you are, no matter where you come from, that will bring me to one God. But human beings again, and the freedom of choice. So we have this issue here with so many religions like today.
Well, it's not good to have these types of issues, but it's good that, if they move away from one church, they still go and farm a next church or maybe join a next church. Then they'll stay there and say, well, you know what? I stopped going to church. I don't go in. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah, well, thank you very much, then, Delvin, and have yourself a wonderful day, all right?
All right. Have a great day today as well.
Okay.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, well, let's take a break, Mr. Martinez.
Yes, we'll take that break. Vamos a esta pausa, estaremos de vuelta con ustedes luego de esos anuncios. Tenemos mucho que discutir.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine, Rush Franz, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega & Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Someone come, yes, someone coming, let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day, what you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there, you can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
No, man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
Sure, all of that? Well, know that to put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Everyone needs a getaway. Why not make it in your own backyard? Learn the history of your old capital. Or venture out on a road trip to experience the village life and be captivated by nature's wildlife, culture, and food. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
Everybody wants a clean and healthy family. That's why they purchase the best food products and the cleansing materials. This time, we give you a bigger size of La Costeña products like the mouth-watering fried beans and the pasta sauce. And surely for your clean laundry, we have the breathtaking aroma of Ensueño Max Suavitel. Even your visitors will ask what you clean your floors and restrooms with. And you can boast it is the variety of Pinol products and Sultan muriatic acid now in 900 milliliters. And much more for the best prices only at German Vega and Sons Imports. We serve you at number 5 San Antonio Road, Orange Walk Town. You can even call us at 322-3625 or 322-2672. Or you can even send us a fax at 322-2571 or email us at germanvega@btl.net. German Vega and Sons Limited, because we care for you.
Motor 5.0, 4 válvulas por cilindro. Todos quisiéramos una.
Como que no agarra, ¿no? Siento como que se le pega el...
¿Balancín? Vamos a darte el aceite que te mereces. Vas a correr como rayo, preciosa.
Los que oímos más allá de las revoluciones, hablamos máquina. Roche-France, poniendo el mundo a funcionar.
Agente autorizado German Vega y Sons. Teléfono 322-3625. Roche-France.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Today is Thursday, the 5th of September, and it's exactly 17 minutes before 8 o'clock. Now I'm going to give you the privilege to...
Yeah, we have been touching on the... We are touched about the river and the school in a little while. And about an accident that happened right here at this supposed to be a pedestrian crossing here in Trial Farm. A little girl was hit yesterday. But what happened is, now, Mr. Martinez, I was looking at the calendar this morning, and I look at the month for September. We're looking at the 10th of September. The calendar was published for 2019. The 10th of September has it in red as a holiday. The 21st of September have it in red as a holiday as well. You know, I think I was looking at November 19th, which is a holiday that is being observed any time of the year. I look up the 25th and the 26th and New Year's Day, which is marked as holiday. But for this festive month of September, we know that the 10th will be observed next week, Tuesday, which is the 10th of September. You know, but that is a work day for most persons. Now, I understand that coming out from Belmopan, I believe it is, that the 21st, which is a Saturday, will not be observed as a public and bank holiday. We understand that it will be moved, the holiday will be moved for the Monday. So now what we're looking at, let's look at Orange Walk. Orange Walk usually has the biggest parade for for Independence. Can't say the 21st right now, for Independence. And then what happened is now that the flow of persons that are here for the 21st of September are not everybody from Orange Walk. We have persons coming as close as Corozal and as far as PG, San Ignacio, Belmopan. I'm not talking about Belize City and some persons from the Keys as well. But if the 21st, which is a Saturday, will not be observed as a public and bank holiday, that means these persons will need to work. And they will not be able to come and celebrate independence with us. And then what happened is now...
Go ahead, rub it in, make me feel guilty.
What happened is now, if we will
Not
be...
that I had anything to do with that decision.
If we will be having that parade on Independence Day, which we should, then I wonder what will be the turnout. There was a big supermarket here in Orange Walk Town that have their ads out already that they will open from 7:30 in the morning until 9 p.m. on the 21st. So what happened to the ones out district as well? You know, but I was made to understand from Belmopan that the 21st will not be observed on a holiday, and the holiday will be observed on the 23rd, which is a Monday.
I can understand that is utter stupidity. That's the way I say it.
Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
This morning you're talking about celebrating national days. I appreciate that we celebrate the 10th. That's when Spain, that's when Spain and Mexico gave over Belize or British Honduras to the British. But on the 21st of September, 1981, that's when the world recognized Belize as an independent country, which I value more the 21st than the 10th because of the world accepting Belize as an independent country. So this Prime Minister changing the date of the 21st holiday to the 23rd, that's a big pile of bull crap, right? Because your birthday is your birthday. You cannot celebrate your birthday, or you cannot say your birthday is the 23rd or your birthday is the 21st.
Yep.
So this what the Prime Minister is doing is just to satisfy the government workers. That's because the only people who do not work on Saturdays are the
public service
people. Public service.
Yep.
So he's just trying to accommodate the public service. He's not trying to accommodate the public, right? And the public is taking on the public service.
Yep.
So let's face the fact. Let's be realistic, right? And this Prime Minister is a pack of bull crap as far as I'm concerned. Because the 21st is the 21st. The 21st is the day you have to honor more than the 10th.
Yeah, it's just like your birthday. Just like your birthday. Your birthday is your birthday, right? You can't change that.
That's right. I totally agree with you. The 21st is when the world, let me stress again, the world recognized Belize as an independent country. Right? When on the 10th of September is only Mexico and Spain recognized British Honduras as part of a British colony.
Mm-hmm.
Right? But on the 21st of September is the total complete world accept Belize as an independent country. The United Nations accepted Belize as an independent country. So it has more emotional feeling on the 21st than the 10th. That's my humble opinion.
Thank you very much, sir.
That's my humble opinion. And I think it's the opinion of a lot of people, right? That the 21st has more impact, more sentimental value than the 10th.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, and I go back to, I want to stress something else about the flag. Our flag is not red, white, and blue. That is the Union Jack. The Union Jack is red, white, and blue. Right? Our predominant color in our flag is blue. Second predominant color is white. Third is red. So our flag is blue, white, and red. It has a red, white, and blue. The red, white, and blue was the Union Jack. That's what the NIPs used to honor. Now the UDPs. But the NIPs used to honor the Union Jack. But our national flag is blue, white, and red. Right? Not red, white, and blue. So we need to stress that to the kids these days. Because not the kids say our flag is red, white, and blue. It is not red, white, and blue. Our predominant color is blue, white, and red. That's what we need to teach our kids.
Okay.
Not the Union Jack color with red, white, and blue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. So, Mr. Martinez, now, if we are looking at it now, if we say, okay, we will celebrate Independence Day on Independence Day, which is the 21st of September. Now, when we look at the big parade, I believe that if the people can come, I still believe that we should celebrate on the 21st.
But that's the way it was meant to be in the first place. Who is going to celebrate independence 2 days after independence? Come on. Who is going to the thing is to be out there on the 20th night, 21st night.
Right.
And they didn't have a good time till till 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and not have to worry that you have to go work 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock.
If you look
That's the least you want to think about.
If you look at the relevance of it, Mr. Martinez, Friday is the 20th, right? And then we count down to independence. But what if they change it and not celebrate? We can't count down Sunday night, which is the 22nd, into the 23rd.
I don't want to go as far as blaming the Prime Minister for it. I think at the end of the day, the relevant ministries, I think it will be the deputy Prime Minister, Patrick Faber, who is the National September Celebrations
Chair.
I don't know if that has to do with it.
That don't have nothing to do with it because they do not decide on holidays. They have a ministry.
So who does that?
They have a ministry that does it, Mr. Martinez. I'm not sure if the Ministry of Public Service, but it's some or local government.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Could be. And this one of these ministries that actually puts it through. Now it needed to have gotten approval from somebody. And I'm saying that this 23rd being given in lieu of the 21st is a pile of bullshit. Sorry to be so straight up. But who in the world wants to celebrate Independence Day on the 2 days afterwards? It's the birth of a country. You ever hear July 4th is celebrated on the 5th of July or the 6th of July? You ever hear del 15 es celebrado el 14 o el 12? ¿Ah? Pero qué tontería.
But if them people for the 23rd, people who have to go back to work, they have enough time for rest Sunday.
That's exactly my point.
Friday night.
Give us back the 21st, and I'm still hoping. Wait, hold on. I'm still hoping that good sense will prevail. I'm still hoping that the Prime Minister holds this by its horn and says, tell you what, there's been a lot of discussion about this thing, and I have decided to do something different here. I have decided to give you the 21st, and I'm thinking at this point that the 23rd is going to give it as well. So it's going to be one of those years as well, the 21st and the 23rd, as I originally thought would be right, because I could not conceive the idea in my head that somebody would want to divest us of our right to celebrate on our Independence Day. I just can't believe it.
And the thing is that
I call ministry, I call Prime Minister's office, until finally I was told, it's the 23rd, Mr. Martinez. I go like, all right, thank you very much. So I apologize for misleading some people, but I'm hoping that somebody's going to come to his senses in government.
But what better way of celebrating?
And declare the 21st a public and bank holiday, as it should be every year.
Yeah. I mean, we have the 19th, they not change the 19th. We not change the 25th, which is Christmas. We not change the 26th. The holiday. And
but they didn't change the 19th because I think that there's always involvement from the National Agricultural Council saying, please don't change our
not
date.
Touch your date.
Don't touch it. You can 19th and the 19th, not touch it. Well, in pretty much the same way,
yes.
All Belizeans should get up and say, please don't touch the 21st.
Yeah.
That's our day.
Because you remember one time, the 19th just used to be celebrated in the Anriga, but now it's national. And Emmanuel, what better than a weekend, a Saturday, to celebrate your Independence Day? That weekend. So you go out there for the flag raising ceremonies on the 20th night, and your party, you go up your Juve the Saturday morning, then you get ready to go for the parade. Everybody could come in because it's a weekend. And then they got Sunday for rest up and go back home. How when the 21st fall in of the week, one Tuesday or a Wednesday, Mr. Martinez? And we celebrate it on that day, 21st on Wednesday. Thursday morning, you have to get back to work again. And now we have the good Sunday to rest up, take your time and go back home, and the 23rd you're ready to go back to work again.
Mm-hmm. Go back to work on Monday morning. Nothing wrong with you. Don't have time for kick off the Goma from Friday night. You had Saturday during the morning or in the afternoon. And if you're still in the party this Saturday night, you still got the Sunday for rest, Papa.
Yeah.
Why we need the next Monday?
Well,
I'll be honest with you, I don't see the reason why.
And if the holiday them want so much while and never give it the 20th, then give the holiday the 20th. And then everybody come to Orange Walk or check in at the hotel the 20th, and then you got to rally the night, and then the parade the 20th. If that one holiday they so want.
I think that the public, this has gone a little bit too far. I think they're trying to accommodate the public service way too much here. And I think that, and it's wrong in this case.
The country is bigger than that.
Thank you very much. The country is bigger than the public service, so we want back with 21st. And I'm hoping that some announcement is going to be made by government within a day or two, where the government decides, tell you what, some announcement saying the 21st is a public and bank holiday. We're hoping, because if that don't happen, we never forgive you.
And then the thing is, Mr. Martinez, things can change, man, because you know, when the national program came out for the September celebrations, the children's rally was on that for the 20th. Somebody just asked when will the children's school rally be? It will be on the 13th. So that was changed, and that's a school rally, which is important as well. But just like how they change it, we could have for we holiday on the Saturday. This one say Great Britain is red, white, and blue. USA is red, white, and blue. Belize is red, white, and blue. No problem. Only some PUP they gripe about it, and GOB should put more red color on the flag.
You see, for me, what goes first is not important. This is what's important for me, what it represents. If it's white or blue or green or whatever, but I respect other people's views. I have to respect it. But my opinion is that it don't really matter to me. Believe me, the flag is the flag is the flag.
I'll give it back with 21st.
I'll give it back with 21st, because we want it bad. Yeah. Okay?
Yes, well, let's take a break, Mr.
Let's
Martinez.
Take that break and we'll be right back. And hey, if you want to call and comment. Don't afraid. Don't be afraid. Voice your opinion. That's what you have your big mouth for. Voice your opinion.
You have an 8-cylinder powerful engine disguised as an aluminum alloy that spins at 8,000 revolutions per minute.
Goes like this. You think it's a turbo?
No, with a cleaning of injectors and a change of oil, you will run more efficient, my friend.
For those who understand the engine like it talks to you, we speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Notice the residents of rural communities in Orange Walk and Corozal districts. If you value your health and your children's health, you will dispose of your garbage only at approved sites. The disposal of garbage at any other location is illegal, and if caught, you can be fined up to $5,000. If you don't get caught, you can still suffer health impacts caused by these illegal sites, because illegal dump sites harbor pests such as rodents, possums, and mosquitoes that carry diseases. These can transmit those diseases to you and your children. In addition, the garbage you throw away illegally can contaminate water bodies near your community, the same water bodies you might use for recreation or other purposes. Only with your help can the Department of Environment ensure that Belize's development is safe for present and future generations. You can also contact your local village councils or Belize Solid Waste Management Authority for more information. The Department of Environment thanks you for your help.
There's no need to go across the border to enjoy sun, sand, and crystal blue waters. Belize's northern islands and reef are just a boat ride away. Go slow and immerse yourself into the Caribbean Sea or enjoy some fresh coconut water. Or pick up the pace on an island where locals can enjoy sandy beaches by day and feast on your fresh catch by night. Discover the Mesoamerican Barrier Reef and submerge yourself into another world where you can experience a traffic jam you will want to return. You can also make new friends along the way. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
The ongoing technological evolution constantly transforms the way we live our lives. The introduction of our national fiber network creates the opportunity for Belizeans to live the digital lifestyle. Today, Digi is proud to introduce Dana, Belize's first artificially intelligent automated assistant. Dana is the modern customer service experience. Available 24/7, Dana can provide Digi prepaid and postpaid customers with directory information, credit and plan balances, product and promo information, and more. Just talk to Dana. Want to check your credit balance? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, what's my credit balance?
New Digi promotions? Ask Dana.
Hey Dana, any new Digi promotions?
Dial 113 for directory assistance and dial 119 to talk to Dana. Digi remains committed to introducing the latest in cutting-edge technologies, transforming Belize one technology at a time. Try Dana today.
Thank you for calling Digi Customer Service.
Digi prepaid and postpaid customers, here are 2 easy ways to win tickets to September 20th Soca Fest concert or a special edition cultural bangles from Medina's House of Jewelry. Prepaid customers, just purchase the Soca Fest data plan and you get 800 megabytes of data for only $5. Just text Soca to 700 to purchase and you can be the lucky winner of this cultural bangles on September 20th. And 3 lucky prepaid or postpaid customers can win a platinum package each. That's 1 platinum ticket, 1 Soca and Culture Fest Yeti Cup, a top shelf bottle of your choice, free parking, 1 Soca and Culture Fest t-shirt, and an inflatable stick. Just text KES to Soca. That's 537 to 7622. The more you text, the more chances you have to win this platinum experience. Promotion ends Tuesday, September 17th. It's the biggest concert of the year. Friday, September 20th at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex featuring Guess the Band, Conscience, Skinny Fabulous, King Bubba, and Kevin Little.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. Son las 8:04. Aquí estamos discutiendo. Y no vamos a durar mucho tiempo con esto porque ya lo llevé donde lo quise llevar. Estoy esperando de que tengamos un anuncio de parte del gobierno que rectifique la situación actual, que diga, eso estamos hablando en relativo a el día feriado del 21. Cuando escuché en la tienda ayer de que mi amigo de una estación de radio había estado hablando y que había conmovido una discusión al respecto y bla, bla, bla. Yo lo hice de menos y dije, no puede ser. Porque muy dentro de mí no pensé de que alguien tomara esa decisión. Y me falta Perdón, me falta que me iluminen alguien y que me convenza, que diga, ¿sabes qué, Manuel? Esa es la mejor decisión. Todavía nadie ha hecho eso para mí. Y estoy convencido aún de que el 21, el día de nuestra independencia, debe seguir siendo el día feriado, no obstante que el 21, y como tus cumpleaños es el 21, y igual como el 25 de diciembre es la Navidad, igual como el 1 de enero es Año Nuevo, pues no se debe de cambiar al 21 de septiembre. Son días especiales. Y ahora me estás diciendo de que por el toque con una pluma han cambiado nuestro día festivo de independencia. Y yo no estoy nada de acuerdo con eso. Nada. Yo no estoy de acuerdo con que deben de dar al 23 de septiembre como día feriado. Yo creo que simplemente es un movimiento para tratar de contentar al servicio público, a los trabajadores de gobierno, que por lo general no trabajan sábado y piensan de que cualquier día feriado sábado, pues ellos no consiguen el beneficio de ello porque ya lo tienen celebrado, y que al contrario van a tener que trabajar el 21 porque de una forma u otra, por su posición que tienen que ir a trabajar, y piensan que necesitan otro día simplemente para descansar. Pues ¿sabes qué? Yo no lo veo así. Yo pienso de que ya tenemos suficientes días feriados. Ya, si tú fueras negociante y tendrías que pagar los miles y cientos de miles de dólares por un día de trabajo que se falla, entonces si tú estuvieras en la posición de dueño o gerente general, entonces estuvieras gritando de igual forma que esta gente está gritando. Yo pienso que el 23 no hay necesidad de tener un día feriado. El 21 es el sábado. El 22
You go to church or rest.
te mates la cruda que tienes y descansas, y el 23 al trabajo. Ese es mi punto de vista. No veo por qué es que tienes que poner otro. Y ojalá que toda esta mentadera le llegue al gobierno y que diga, ¿sabes qué? Es cierto, vamos a cambiarlo y vamos a poner el 21 como el día feriado. Y bueno, ya a este punto sería difícil quitar el 23 porque mucha gente pues ya tiene planificado para el 23 también. Así que yo creo que van a caer en la trampa que ellos originalmente pusieron para ellos mismos.
Pero más gente
van
tiene
a
plan
tener
para
que nombrar el 21 como un día feriado. Eso es un hecho.
Hay unas personas que tienen sus planes para el 23, pero hay más gente que tiene planes para el 21.
Lo más sensato para hacer es mantener los 2 días como días feriados, 21, 22 y 23, y que aprendamos de la experiencia.
Well, whatever day they put for holiday, as long as they put the 21st as a holiday, that is what matters most. Somebody is saying here, Mr. Martinez, that you all need to check the niche, the celebration committee, and the business people because they are being affected with too much holidays. What happened is niche is not in charge of giving holidays. The president, the chairperson of the September celebrations committee is the minister of that's culture, which is the Honorable Patrick Faber. The co-chair of Niche, the president of Niche is the co-chair. Niche only sets out some of the activities, but when it comes to the decision of when it will happen, Niche has nothing to do with that. And also here, he said, it is not fair what the government is doing. We need to celebrate on the 21st. So also, Mr. Martinez, after this one, when we come back for the next break, we'll be touching about the transport situation because the Minister of Transport has sent out a release of what came out from that.
And we need to touch that.
Yeah, but going back now, Mr. Martinez, we know I'm receiving some pictures right now of the new river by the San Esteban Bridge. And it's not looking too well. We know
right here by the
San Esteban. See how it's looking there?
It's actually in San Esteban.
Yeah, this is that.
Let me look at it.
Yep. So it says the San Esteban Bridge. It was sent by RC1. Thank you very much, RC1. He's usually with us here on the show, so he know what it is, and he know how good it is when we receive information from out there. So, yesterday, Papa, school was called off at La Immaculada, and kids were asked to go home. Parents were called to go and pick up their kids. We understand that some kids have some vomitings. We understand that teachers are getting some itch on their skin. So as it's present right now that La Immaculada School is not having classes, which is not too good because school just opened. We have the standard 6 students who need to start to get ready for the PSC. I understand that they are trying to see if they can relocate and try to get some other venue so that they can hold classes. But for now, classes are called off in La Immaculada. Remember Monday we were saying that what happened to the kids from La Immaculada School, they might be affected. All right, they are transferring the kids, but what happened now to everybody that lives by the riverbank? Because if we can smell it all the way over here, what?
Let me give you a story, and that is supposed to pretty much tell you how I feel about the whole thing. Some years ago, about maybe 15, 20 years ago, and it was about lunchtime, when a vehicle, a big truck, filled with butane gas, was parking by Bettia's Lane.
Okay.
All right? Mm-hmm. Between the real corner of Bettia's and Main Street and the bakery. Right by our fence.
Bettia's Lane is one where like Popular Bakery is?
That's right.
Okay.
Right by where Atlantic Bank is, was our property.
Okay.
And lo and behold, the truck sank in. The truck literally sank in, loaded with butane, into the drain, and it presented a threat to the entire neighborhood.
What?
Because if that truck would just slide in maybe a foot or two more and pop that tank,
we had explosion.
We would have had a huge explosion with butane, a huge tank. So they go around and block off the streets. No picnic could cross down Main Street. They had to be escorted all the way through Riverside. The bank was closed, and this is right beside us, our residents. We live upstairs.
Wow.
You see the one I'm telling you?
It was so close.
They were worried about the people around us, and the ones who presented the gravest possibility of being hurt was the family that was living upstairs, and nobody approached us.
Wow.
You understand what I'm telling you?
Yeah, true.
Okay? I sometimes believe that we exaggerate our reaction and we blow it out of proportions and so forth. I'm not telling you that this case was blown out. But the point that I'm doing right here is, what about Miss Tina Baiza? What about the Canes? What about all those people living on Riverside? They have to, something, and they sometimes have to get water out of the river wash.
Yeah. So maybe shortly, if we're not getting no rain, they might have to evacuate them people.
Maybe. Why did we start with them? But the situation isn't as bad as, I raised and grew up in that area. Maybe I've gotten used to it. Or maybe it was, I don't know how kids go. I'm not undermining it, the danger that it presents. It's just that as kids, we grow and raised with this foul stench pump our nose. Or when you hear that burning nose smell coming out of the river, all we had to do was close the nose, and teacher used to say, I understand, guys, I know the river smells, but we have to concentrate on our work.
Yeah, the river, and you see how a lady
That
sent
was
us.
it.
Yeah, a lady sent us a text to say we here at Santa Familia Street are smelling the stench here early in the morning to that Santa Familia Street, and that they were away from there.
Man, I live on Ochobenque, and the river is not all that close to Ochobenque Road where I'm at. It's it's a way that way. Believe me, I smell it like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, and then somebody.
It was when I was living on Main Street.
Yeah, before they talk about the date, somebody say, so what do you say about October 12th? It's also has been changed. It's that observed on October 12th as well. They put it to the closest Monday.
I don't have a problem with October 12th, you know. I'll be honest with you. Make bridge out of it. My problem is because this should not be changed. This is Independence Day for all Belizeans. And I can't begin to understand why anybody would want to change that. That's a for Independence Day, man. What's wrong with you?
Yeah. So this thing with the river now, the real serious thing because the river is stagnant. It's not moving. But you see what happened is, like one time, the time come with the crop. We always remember that the crop always close on the ending of June because the rains are coming. This year I got all the way to the middle of July, which was good for the crop as well. But then from then we don't have a good rain yet. So maybe if we had good rain, all this problem wouldn't be here. So maybe the persons, they are taking it for granted. No money and rain and everything and wash out. But it's not happening. We heard these people of the Department of the Environment.
This had to happen?
We had them people that talk yesterday, right? And all what they talked about, say, well, we're going to try clean up by this area and clean up by that area, but nothing solid to come from there.
I have pretty much
lost faith
in the Department of the Environment, and this is at the live by national television. I'm telling you this. I have lost faith in the Department of the Environment. Period. And I have no qualms in telling you that. None whatsoever.
Yep. Well, that's
none whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the situation right now, Mr. Martinez. So, the
I'm
ministry
severely disappointed in them. I mean, really, the bloody God, really, the guts for actually come report somebody else's numbers. You know what that constitutes to me? Huh? Total inefficiency, lack of responsibility, and they have big names too, you know, chief of this, or chief of that, and you understand me? And making bigger bucks than everybody else, and they can't tell we were wrong with the river. They can't even tell we were wrong with the river, and tell us. I don't know if perhaps some, and I'm going to mention this, since we talk straight up, and I like to talk. I like maybe the last time I mentioned it, it was obscured by my other comments, but I'd like to tell you that we need to revisit those agreements that were given to ASR the day when they became owners of Belize Sugar Industries. Personally, I think that some sort of concession was given to them. It's possible. I'm telling you that I know of any concessions, mind you. I'm telling you there's possible some concessions were given to them where, we are given some sort of grace and blah, 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 blah. And there are people who know about this thing, but they can't talk because if they do, they're going to lose the big fat check coming their way. That's as best as I can tell you. Okay? But somebody must tell us what's going on with that river. Nobody has told us. We had the charade of those presenters the other day.
The what?
The charade.
That big word.
You look it up.
It's all like parade.
Charade.
Charade. Okay.
Okay. of these people coming here and say, oh, it's collectively all our responsibility. Yes, it's all collectively our responsibility, but it's not entirely our fault.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Responsibility and fault, that two different words, you know.
Of course, right. But I believe at the end of the day that what the people wanted was, they have an idea of who the person is who is guilty of doing this, because x plus 1 equals 2, and it never equals 3 or 4, it equals 2. So we know pretty much, but they seem to be the untouchables, and at the end of the day, they can maybe even openly declare that nothing that comes out and forms effluent from their place constitutes a threat to the New River as it comes out of the New River. That perhaps some sort of chemical reaction happens in the river afterward, but that's not their problem. That is somebody else's problem. But tell you what, I think that is their problem as well. And this is where the Department of Environment needs to tell us. I mean, they have the guys to tell us, oh, we had checked on which kind of algae it is that's growing. Damn thing has been going on for 20 odd, 30 odd, 40 odd years. And now you're going to do a test to find out what kind of algae it is? You had 30, 40 years to do that. But don't start me up again.
Yeah, and so right now, since La Immaculada School has taken the decision to close school, the Ministry of Education now needs to get along with that institution and find out how they will get different classrooms or some kind of place that they can still have classes. We have the Muffles Auditorium, we have the People's Stadium, we have the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex. So I just believe that they need to get together to have the kids in school, Mr. Martinez. The kids need to be in school, but they can't, they're right there. But then when you look at that too, what happened to Louisiana School as well? Louisiana School, they're close to the river as well. You know? But before we go on the break, Mr. Martinez, because we have an announcement about a village council that will be a village council election that will be held this weekend.
Really?
Yeah, and then we have a release from
Saturday. One of those.
No, so when is out? We
all right.
We have a release from the Ministry of Transport of the SI that was signed.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be touching that.
And I know I never done yet.
Yeah. But you know, Mr. Martinez, we hope that the Ministry of Education will get together with these different schools and try to get places where these kids can attend school. Yesterday, at the supposed to be the pedestrian crossing right here in Trial Farm, a student from Trial Farm School was hit by a coming vehicle. Fortunately, nothing bad never happened. You know, the kid, he never get hit that big, so but he got hit. You know, and we have always been talking about these pedestrian crossing. Right now, with the city in a town, that the town council has put in place some pedestrian walking. If you see by the stoplight, those ones have the white lines. The white lines and the yellow lines paintings are two different things. The white one, by the traffic light, you can use that when you see the red, but you can't walk on it anytime like the yellow ones. The yellow ones, you have the free flow, but I stood at the park, I think it was on Tuesday evening or Monday, and I was looking at some of the persons walking on the yellow line. But I was telling one of the transport officers out there that I believe you need to put some signs or put some kind of announcement out for drivers to get respectful when they are approaching these pedestrian walk, because some of the persons that they drive and they don't really know what they mean, or maybe they don't pay attention. The yellow line means that the pedestrian has the right of way. Right? The pedestrian has the right of way, but they are not being respected by some of the drivers. I'm saying maybe they don't realize it, maybe they don't know that they're supposed to stop. So I was telling the person about the license, when they go sign up for the license, have the written test, I think that should be put in there as well. But this what happened at Trial Farm yesterday, Mr. Martinez. Thank God the legal never get hurt too much. But you know what is happening? There are things that need to be enforced, you know. You say advise that sidewalks and pedestrian crossings are not for bikes.
Of course they're not for bikes.
But bikes take it for bikes. Bicycle riders, some bicycle riders.
Why do we, even in front of the transport offices, bicycle people cross the pedestrian crossings, walking with the bicycle? I mean, riding with bicycles, and that's not meant for bicycles.
Yeah. They call it thing total nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but this happens right in front of the authorities. So why is something done about it?
Yeah.
Is it because the authority himself that's out there doesn't realize it, or just don't want to be?
Yeah, but with the accident that happened here around this area yesterday, I must say that there was prompt response from the police. Mm-hmm. They reached out very quick. But just like we got prompt response, we need to see if they can patrol more around the school areas between 8 and 9 in the morning, 11:30 to 1, and maybe around 2:30. I know that was a lot of work, mm-hmm. or maybe the school have to try setting where the wardens there. If you check out by La Immaculada School, Mr. Martinez, they got a rope right there between Digi and the basketball court. So nobody can drive around there, and the traffic lights are there. Just like San Francisco School, they got a rope. We have the one by Louisiana School, they have the rope. We have the one by Adventist School, they have the rope. But this one at Trial Farm, I just believe that they need to put that there as well and make no vehicle not drive in at the area, because when people they go pick up the kids and some of them reach late, and when they reach late, then they go like if the highway, then they pan, and some of them like they want to push to pick them out of the way, man. You know, so we need to look into that. But when I have a general meeting, I will address it to the principal and the forum, and you know, maybe try to see if they could get permission. Who they need to get permission
Your kids
from?
go to which school?
Right there, Trial Farm. You know, and make them say what they could do. But we need to take our break, Mr. Martinez.
Let's take that break when it's exactly 8:28, and we'll be right back with you after these messages. It's back to school time once again, and the only store to visit for all your back to school needs is A&R Store on Baker Street here in Orange Walk Town. Visit them for the absolute largest assortment of school bags in the country, with brands like JanSport, Skechers, Everest, Capsule, and character bags like Mickey and Minnie Mouse, Jojo, Siwa, Unicorn, and so much more. Remember, A&R Store is your one-stop source for all your school supplies like exercise books, folders, sheets, dry eraser boards, foam boards, crayon and coloring books, plus so much more. Plus, they have a wide assortment of housewares, including bed sheets, cookware, and garbage containers in all sizes, and at the best prices in town. Visit A&R on Baker Street today, now with extended hours to better serve you, from 8 a.m. through to 6 p.m., Monday to Saturday. A&R Stores, where prices do make all the difference.
Need an escape from your daily schedule? Why not become a tourist in your own country? Discover Western Belize. Transport back in time and be awed by the reminiscences of the Mayan civilization. Be adventurous or spend a day with family and friends enjoying the serenity of the Macau River. Sample a Cayo staple or pick up some fresh produce to make your own delicacy. Come visit us in Western Belize. Belize, where you can discover how to be a Belizean traveler.
World-class spaces for Belizean athletes to thrive and fans to enjoy. Our new basketball and multipurpose arenas have proven their worth, attracting regional and international sporting events and hosting expos, conferences, and proud graduates. Your government moving Belize forward.
On Wednesday, May 8th, Belizeans soundly decided to take the unfounded Guatemalan claim to the International Court of Justice, the ICJ. According to the special agreement, this is what happens next. 1. By June 8, 2019, the government of Belize will submit the 2008 special agreement to the ICJ. Guatemala has already done so since their referendum was held in 2018. This will give the ICJ official authority to hear the dispute and to deliver a final binding result. The ICJ will then prepare a notice of when the trial will commence. 2. Next, Guatemala will have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to submit their case to the ICJ. 3. Belize will then have up to 1 year, that's 12 months, to respond to Guatemala's submission. 4. From there, Guatemala will be given up to 6 months to reply to our arguments, and 5. Belize will then have up to 6 months thereafter to reply to Guatemala's response. 6. After the period of written arguments ends, the ICJ may allow additional pleadings, including oral arguments, and would set deadlines for those. 7. Once the timeline for arguments has ended, the ICJ will deliberate and make a ruling in accordance with the instructions and authorities granted to them by Belize and Guatemala, as per the 2008 special agreement. 8. After the ICJ's ruling is delivered, Belize and Guatemala will have 3 months to establish a joint commission to physically demarcate the boundaries between the two countries in accordance with the ICJ's ruling. The entire process will take no less than 4 years and can be as many as 6 years. This ICJ process will bring a final end to this long-standing Belize-Guatemala dispute. Belize and Guatemala will be able to put old divisions and antagonisms behind us and ensure that peace, development, and cooperation prevail.
Take a journey with us to endless possibilities. Our future as a country is now. Diginet Boost is countrywide. Taking Belize into the future. A nationwide technological evolution. As the most advanced fiber connection, Diginet Boost is a step forward into a modern world. Belize is powered by Diginet. Diginet Boost, now available countrywide.
Six cylinders to pure potential and better performance.
It looks like it vibrates. You think it could be the horsepower?
With a quart of oil and the calibration of the injectors, it will start to get the watchers again on the street.
We take a motor to its optimal level. We speak machine. Rush France, making the world function. Authorized agent, German Vega and Sons. Telephone number 322-3625. Email germanvega@btl.net.
Someone come? Yes, someone coming. Let's go. Sa. Fastest question of the day. Why you the letter?
Who sent me the letter?
That sign right there. You can't read?
Well, make I tell you something. In this here community, everybody dump here, so me just dump my garbage right here.
So if somebody jump off a bridge, you that do it too?
Oh man, no.
You never know that littering is an environmental crime and Department of the Environment can charge you for that?
Why is that a crime?
Because you pollute the same environment you live in, dirtying the same land and water you use. You don't even know that you dumping garbage can make you and your family sick by attracting disease-carrying pests, and the Department of the Environment just to try help we take care of the we environment.
So all of that? Well, now that you put it that way.
Thanks for your 5 cents, brother. That's 5 cents question of the day.
This message is brought to you by the Department of the Environment.
Welcome back to the Sugar City Morning Show. Bienvenidos de vuelta al Sugar City Morning Show. ¿Cómo se encuentran? Ojalá y bien. Las 8:36. It's 24 minutes before 9 o'clock. A beautiful Thursday morning here. And we have vented a bit. And we have expressed our utter disappointment and concern about the 21st, our Independence Day, not being declared a holiday, and I still can't believe it. The utter stupidity of that decision, I'm straight up. But we have to see the silver lining on the clouds.
Yeah.
Other people don't have those things to worry about. They have village council elections to worry about.
Yes.
But there's only one village that has that, right?
And that's in the Toledo district.
It was, I think, something that went on there where they had delayed. Something went wrong with the system.
And this is a public notice coming from Elections and Boundaries Department. Public notice. Midway Village.
Oh, Midway. This is in
Village Council election in the Toledo district. The Elections and Boundaries Commission hereby notify the public that the Midway Village Council election Toledo district will be held this Sunday, on Sunday the 6th of October. Sunday the 6th of October. The venue will be at the Midway Government School. Nominations will be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and polls taken will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's at the Midway Village in the Toledo district. Also, Mr. Martinez, last week, Thursday, Belize Electricity Limited announced that we will be having a power outage tomorrow from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. We understand that this entire area will be affected, but we'll be on standby. And so if we have power outage, then we won't have any show tomorrow.
So we're announcing that there's not going to be a show tomorrow. As best as I know, that there's going to be a power outage for the entire area.
Yeah.
Between 6 and
7 to 11.
7 to 11. So this is our last show for this week.
Unless BL sent out another notification of cancellation.
Unless we get other instructions, then we'll be glad to be here with you on Friday morning. But at the moment, we don't have that forecast to give you. So
let me just read two other texts before we go into the morning. It's not that the drivers don't know how to use the pedestrian crossings, but they just don't respect it. And this next one say, checks a law must be made for drivers that open their truck mufflers and make so much noise, especially in silent zones. This is on trucks. It's designed for more power in the mountain roads. In Mexico, it is compulsory to close it in towns and cities. I don't know why they usually open it up in a town, especially some of them big bikes too. But you know, Mr. Martinez, we were talking 2 days ago, we were discussing about the bus situation between the Bus Operators Association and the Ministry of Transport pertaining to the bus coming in from Mexico and one coming in from Guatemala. There was a meeting between the parties and the Ministry of Transport and the Attorney General Ministry as well, and they reached a conclusion, and an SI was sent out.
I want to ask you a question before we go into that. Was there any perceived problem with the arrangement as it was before? In other words, what's the problem with?
They were complaining that these buses are coming in and they wanted these buses to come in and drop off passengers at the borders, and from there they take over, even the bus operators or the taxi operators, no? But going into the meeting, the Minister of Transport came out and he spoke after the meeting that we have to protect the transport, the bus operators and the taxis, everybody who do their work. But I understand that the persons from the hotels are not too satisfied, how it worked out. But then I think they are giving it a run until sometime in October, and they will go and look back at it to see if the problem is still there or it's been resolved. But what I understand is in the SI or whatever they agreed upon, that the bus from Guatemala buses will still be coming in, but they will be coming in straight from the border to the terminal. And persons traveling in that bus has to buy an international ticket from the terminal going to Guatemala City, going to Guatemala. If it's Petén, it's Melchor, and they are not to be picking up passengers on the way. It goes the same for the Adeo bus that will be coming in. They will be making one stop in Orange Walk, and they will go to Belize City and come back, and persons that jump on those buses has to be going to Mexico. And these buses will not be stopping along the way by San Hill and things. But I don't know if they may stop, then we spend time.
Thank you. Actually, as a matter of fact, let me tell you, as a person who use the Adeo bus quite regularly to go to Merida, at no time did we ever stop and pick up anybody on the roadside. At no time.
Those buses only stop at terminal.
The way I see it, nothing has changed. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want anything change. I feel quite comfortable in my Adeo bus. I don't care if I have to pay $20, but as soon as I get in there, I have my comfort chair, a Carmelie blanket, Carmelie radio, maybe what you call it, and I fall asleep because the bus is so comfortable. And you can watch TV and everything. It's cool, it's nice.
I think they have bathroom inside as well.
Not like there. Sorry to be so condescending, but not like they all Bluebird school buses, some of which are seriously dilapidated, which are currently being used by bus operators on our roads. Sorry.
But we got some of them were good too, no?
Well, the vast majority of them are all these Bluebirds and expect you to be comfortable with those. I like some of them from Corozal that come in. I think they are
the Morales.
The Morales, yes. Yeah. But the Adeos are Mercedes-Benz, for God's sake. These are top of the line buses. And I'll be honest with you, I think the people are supposed to be given choices. Choices.
It's up to you how you want to spend your money.
Up to you how you want to spend your money. At the end of the day, it's up to me. If I want to catch my little chicken, jalapeno, forgot about Chetumal, or if I want to go there in style and rest it.
And you know what happened
my money.
with the safety?
Sorry.
You know what happened with the safety on the Adeo buses, Emmanuel? They just go a certain amount of kilometers for the mile, you know. Mm-hmm. And once they start to overspeed,
they have a governor.
Yeah, a governor. Why don't they get that good while?
Yeah, they have a governor.
Yeah, the governor kick in.
That the governor kicks in and say, you can't go hard.
Slow down.
Slow down.
Yeah, which is safety as well. The only thing where I not so like for the Adeo bus, but I guess I have to carry more blanket when I go to one AC come and look at your lick hard. But that's not a problem.
No, the bus is full, you don't feel it.
Yeah.
But barely. But if the bus is empty, which I used to always wonder, well, how come only 2 hours they the bus from Merida all the time?
But it's still on schedule.
Well, it's still on schedule.
You know, wait for see if 10 more persons come.
9:30, that bus is leaving. Nothing like, boss, I wait only half hour more to see if 2 more people come. None tal. No, sir. 9:15 with two people, that bus is leaving to go to Chetumal. Well, I used to take it to go all the way to Merida, where you come off at Bacalar and we pay for the rest of the ticket and we go.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I want to stop off.
There's nothing wrong. And as a matter of fact, I'll be doing it again and again and again.
Yeah, I when the bus stop off right at Orange Walk, it's only for picking up of passengers, you know. Mm-hmm. Because I gone more than one time to drop off people, And nobody from Belize City will come, not jump out of the bus and stop the Orange Walk.
No.
They continue. They go through. When they come in the morning and drop people here, they drop off people, they come from Merida or from Cancun, and they drop them off right there, so. And they go to the way to Belize City, go drop off the rest of passengers. And when they come back, it's the same way. People, they go and ticket destination to Mexico, but that carry only to Bacalar, then you buy your ticket for go the Cancun or Merida or where you're going. And we're good about the Cancun one, Mr. Martinez, you know how plane fares are. And in Mexico from Cancun to, you know, flying to the US, where most people go, the prices are good. And that carries straight to the airport, you know. You jump off the airport and you chill out there.
Most of the passengers on the Cancun trip, on the Cancun bus route, are passengers meant for the Cancun International Airport.
Yeah,
you find very good rates out of that airport.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you, I've never taken. Well, I guess I've taken the Adeo to go to Cancun a number of times, but most of the time to Merida, and I'll be honest with you, it is worth what you pay for.
Yep. So
it is worth it, and I'll do it over and over and over again.
Yeah. So I could hope that this thing will happen. This meeting will happen with the bus operators, the Ministry of Transport, and the Attorney General Ministry. That everything will work out for the best, not for the bus operators, not for the ministries, but for the commuters. Because the commuters are the important ones when it comes to this.
Let me read the explanation of the SI. And it says, the statutory instrument arising from a meeting between the Belize Bus Operators Association and the government should go into effect. That SI will strictly regulate the transportation of persons by buses from Mexico and Guatemala. In a nutshell, those buses will only be able to carry passengers holding tickets bought internationally. No stops or pickups within the country will be allowed, but that was never allowed. And the SI pretty much speaks only to travel from the borders to Belize City and back, non-stop, except for one stop in the Orange Walk to pick up passengers holding tickets in Mexico, for Mexico. The local bus operators have gotten their way, at least until October 8th. Well, I don't think they've got their way, I'll be honest with you. I think that, but there's nothing changed for the Adeos and for the Guatemalan buses. Nothing changed.
Yep, it remains the same.
So the foreign bus companies got the same, which I'm glad for, because like I said, we need choices. We need choices. I prefer to spend $50 or $25 to go to Merida, to go to Bacalar on a bus like that, and that's very comfortable. Where in Bacalar, I pay for the rest of my ticket to go to Merida. I'll be honest with you, that's a choice I have, and it's a choice I would gladly take. The local bus operators have gotten until October 8th. That's the date set for return to table if the passing of the SI creates difficulties which merit further discussion, like local operators not being able to set up the response.
Somebody say here, Mr. Martinez, he said, I thought the Adeo bus travel from Cancun to Guatemala City and from Guatemala City to Cancun. No, the Adeo just comes to Belize City.
Comes to Belize City. Adeo comes from Merida and from Cancun. I think there are two on a daily basis,
yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. The one from Orange Walk to go to Merida has been scrapped. It no longer leaves at 9 o'clock.
Okay.
To go to Merida. And I think the only one that stops by is the one that goes to Cancun. Stops by Orange Walk.
Yeah, but you can do transfer in.
But you can do
in
very
Bacalar
simply. You can go to Bacalar on that what you call it, and catch the bus that goes to Merida. So that's not a problem.
Yeah, the one that comes from Guatemala is Fuente del Norte, no?
Fuente del Norte comes from Guatemala, Tikal, and stops in Belize City and then goes back to. But they don't bring in local passengers In other words, they're bringing mostly tourists, people all the way from Guatemala, or Belizeans traveling from Guatemala to Belize, and Guatemalans or Belizeans from either way. But in other words, it must be international travel.
Yeah, I don't know if they have something that maybe if they may had some other smally combis who used to come in, because sometimes it's only tourists bus they come in from Guatemala too, right? I don't know if that was stopped or not, because I remember one time when we were at one of the water taxi terminal in Belize City, I saw one of those buses dropping off some tourists there at the water terminal. I'm not sure if that was in that meeting or maybe that was closed off.
Unless there are other cases of other bus companies operating illegally or yes, illegally. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know of any. And like those small combi buses, etc. And those would be the ones that per previous arrangement come from Cancun and go all the way down to Tikal and other areas, and those have special permission to come through Belize to do that. They don't release any of the passengers here. They just very simply coming through the area in transit.
Yeah, I think the Attorney General say that they have to present something at the border when they comes in and to just in transit. Just go all in. Not to drop off nobody, not to pick up nobody. You know,
in transit visa that they get.
Yeah, and they can't say, okay, well, we're going to the terminal and we'll drop off somebody here. No, that is not so. That's a one way. One road permit, they call it when you go to the States. You know. But we're glad that gone through. And we hope that work out good for everybody, especially for the commuter. Somebody said, yes, Chucky, tell me about the river. Who is to blame that the river is in that condition?
We've been through that about 117 times.
Yeah.
Literally been through that. I have taken a new attitude towards this thing.
You lay back then?
I am decided to sit back and watch, because that's all I can do right now. I believe that, honest to God, nothing that we do is going to make a difference, because it seems to be protected from above. And this is my point of view. That's the way I see it. It seems to be like given the blessings from above, and okay, si brinco, si lloro, si bailo, y lo hago lo que sea, esto va a seguir hasta que pues algo drástico suceda, perdón.
Let's take this call. Hello, good morning, Sugar City Morning Show.
Good morning. I want to talk to Mr. Chidi.
Go ahead, sir. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I want to know if any of those guys went into BSI, going to BSI.
Just lower the volume on television.
Went into BSI to check the pollution pan. Because BSI has some pollution pan. Because BSI has some pollution pan there for about 50, 60 years.
So you want to know if the Department of the Environment went into BSI to check these ponds?
Yes. Okay. Because they have some underground valves.
Talk to us more.
Pollution pan.
Yes, but you mentioned underground valves. I asked you to talk to us more, and then you mentioned pollution pump.
And those valves are released, but nobody knows if those valves are holding.
Nobody knows if these
or if the valves they are leaking.
Yeah, nobody knows if those valves are leaking, because those valves leak into a drain and the drain goes direct to the river.
Yeah, I heard about that already, about these valves. They have a pan and they got some valves and they have certain time when they release it. But then I guess he's asking, same thing like someone asked me, if they check them valves, if them valves they leak. Yeah, thank you very much, Carla.
Yeah,
well, we don't know what the Department of Environment gone. We don't know if they're gone there or they're not gone there. But this is a real great point that this caller is raising, Emmanuel, because somebody told me about this, about the ponds that have some big valves.
Let me tell you one thing, sir. Not sir, but not answer to you because you've raised a fantastic point. But just to shed some light on that, if the Department of the Environment does not have any qualms on reporting that they don't do the collection of information, that they rely completely on BSI to do that, and they parrot the information. They literally parrot the information and go like, and here we go 37 degrees and so forth. How in the world do you know that that's not doctored? I mean, straight, or honest to God, has that ever crossed your mind that information might be doctored? Huh? So to answer your question, if the Department of the Environment has such confidence to be able to repeat the information that BSI gives them, well, think that checking the valves is a minor story for them. In other words, you see my point I'm trying to tell you? Okay?
But his point is valid.
Of course it's valid. It's more than valid. But my point is very simple, that if they are willing to go all the way and use BSI's information, well, then your question about if they are checking their own, if they, the Department of Environment, are checking BSI's valves, the answer is itself, hell no, they're not doing that.
Yep. Well, make we hope that
it's to my best ability. I don't think that they're doing it.
Make we hope that
I'm sorry.
But between today and maybe Monday, that with the Ministry of Education and the schools, if they can reach some kind of agreement to find a place to school these kids, because they need to be in school. And by being at Lima Colada School right now, we understand it's not safe for the kids. So, and tomorrow, like we say, that BL has announced a power outage for tomorrow, and if the power outage is off, then we are off as well. If it's on, we will be on. Because sometimes they change, right? Sometimes they send out a release and say it has been postponed.
I remember that there was a school, a taxist attached building, way down by the Riverside Street. You just reminded me of that building.
Yeah.
My class was there.
That was the closest to the river.
That was the closest to the river. And the river used to smell pretty much the same way back then. It didn't do me no harm. Yes, we used to squidge up our nose and burn the nose, but I guess at that time, we never really worry about the effects of it. We don't really worry. I swear to God, we don't really worry. Getting an education was more important than anything else. I'm not telling you that anything with that, except that we survived. They don't know this thing, this spell. I'll be honest with you. If you talk to people who live in that area, not just go, who have lived in the area, like the campuses, the Canes, the Leivas, and all those people, you ask them, how long has this river been stinking like that? They'll tell you that it's close to 50 years it's been doing that. And every year, it's a hell. This year is worse than others, but it's not terribly worse, it's just worse. Nobody went dead. I'm hoping nobody dies out of this thing. And I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping that school is reinstated by Monday morning, and I'm urging parents to tell your kids, hey, no, because you got holiday, that means that and do nothing. So pick up your books and start to study.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And start to read. That's what my mother would say. Not think that you get to it. You want read right now for me. You want do one leave. Ma, but they got holiday. Ma, nada.
Still no holiday. Holiday done. Holiday done.
Holiday done. So hey, don't let the kids feel that they have the best of you. It's already 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and we share this morning from Maya grandeur to modern glory. Together, let's shape the Belizean story. Good morning to the Escalante family as well.
Eloycito, vamos a ver si nos vemos este fin de semana.
Hope Eloy don't get checked, boy.
Ya lo consiguió.
Okay,
Yo
good.
creo.
All right, Kaisa here.
Sí.
Escalante received $1,000 for his winning submission, but this was here from July 17th.
He don't receive after September 1st.
Okay, but he was supposed to attend the opening of the September celebrations in PG as well, right? You know if they gone, pa?
I do believe he went.
Okay, well that's good. It's a
I do believe he went.
goodly outing as well.
I spoke to him last week, but
Yeah.
se me fue de mi cabeza.
Yeah, that should be a good outing to go all the way to Paine Punta Gorda. But Mr. Martinez, we need to go. We'd like to thank everyone who tuned into the Sugar City Morning Show today. Remember, we got the big news coming up today, 6:30, right here on the same station. Stay tuned and make we stay positive and try to see what best we can do in life. And let's hope that the 21st of September, which is Independence Day, will come as a public and bank holiday.
I'm still crossing my fingers that announcement is made. So, ladies and gentlemen, cuídense mucho. Muchas gracias por su atención. Muchas gracias por su preferencia. Al equipo de producción, muchas gracias. Este show repite por las 9 por la noche. Si está programado un apagón para mañana, así que no creo que vamos a estar aquí mañana con ustedes, pero les quiero decir de que primero Dios estaremos aquí el lunes con ustedes. Cuídense mucho, nos vemos. Hasta luego.
Sugar City Morning Show.
Have you ever noticed the development that's taking place in your town or in your city? Maybe it's because you've been too busy enjoying the results.